Welcome back to maybe the baby vlog. Alright, this is a new episode. I'm just doing a startup here. I'm trying to test the mic test, and also camera test. Yep. Alright, if you ever wonder where are we right now, we are non-revving.
In a different airline.
Alright, this is the benefit where we have.
Yes. We fly. Do we fly for free?
Oh.
Interesting.
Interesting question. Every trip starts with an idea, a little flexibility, and a lot of hope. Especially when you are non-revving. Okay, one more time.
Ella es de Malasia y primera vez que va a México.
Ay, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Yo voy todos los años.
Gracias, muchísimas gracias.
Thank you. Have a good day.
This time, we had 3 days to explore Mexico. No reservations, just some loose plans, and a couple of standby seats. This is how it went.
Woo!
We got 4A and 4B. I don't know if that's priority, but I think so.
We're traveling. Today we will be traveling with J Blue. We haven't booked our stay yet. We're gonna look it when we're in the aircraft.
No, we have to do it now. We have to do the hotel now.
Okay, we're gonna do it right now, alright? Together. Alright, so now we have made our way to the aircraft and look at him. What is he doing? We just started to look for our stay. Very nice.
What about the other one?
Both are at the beach.
What's the name of the other one? This one, right?
Now we're looking at the car. We do this all last minute. Plane is taxiing already. Okay, bye. Say bye.
Bye. And we made it to
Cancun. We will explain why traveling with a Malaysian passport could get you in trouble sometimes. So we had an issue with my passport name. So for my Malaysian friends, yeah, and my Malaysian travelers, I believe you guys will have the same issue of me because our name does not indicate the last name and the first name. Our passport only have one name in general, so it's hard for their system to detect our passport with our correct name indicated in the correct specific column, the first name and the last name.
we were in TSA and they said like, hey, you gotta fix your name. And I saw how they fix it. So they put the lower dash. What is that now?
Oh, the underscore.
The underscore dash. And that's how they fix it. Because he said like, oh, Malaysians, oh, put this. And then that's how they fix it here. Travel tips that we learned today. So
Okay,
number
first question.
1, be at the airport at least 2 to 3 hours minimum.
Why?
Because things can happen. In our case, we had to repeat TSA once.
Oh my gosh.
So that already gave us enough time to
That's really true.
go fix some things. We show up to the airport a little bit early. We usually don't do it that early because I couldn't check in. I had an issue with checking it with my passport, with my phone. I couldn't do an online check-in. So we are traveling international.
So we are just
So we do TSA just as a normal and regular passenger.
whenever you are traveling internationally,
Yes,
we
when we
need
travel
to.
international.
Yeah, so we treat ourselves it's just the same as the passengers.
When we travel domestically and we are traveling as a pilot commuter or
For work, yes.
then we can use our benefits, non-crew member, KCM, and there's a special lane for us, and
But that's just for the work.
just going
Today?
to work and and commuting too.
Yeah. Today we're traveling for leisure.
A non-rev passenger, you have to be a very spontaneous person. And you have to be open-minded and you have to be open to have last-minute changes. In our case, we were expecting to go back to my country, to go to Ecuador. We were expecting to go there, but I had a last-minute change because I had a delay in Philadelphia. I couldn't go to Miami, so I was gonna miss my connection to Ecuador. And that was the last flight, so we were not gonna make it. You know, things happen. There was some weather issues, some maintenance issues, some ground stops. It was a 12-hour delay.
Yeah.
The flight was delayed until the next day, so we ended up just canceling going to Ecuador, and we changed our plans.
To Cancun.
Well, we didn't even know it was Cancun.
Yeah.
We just didn't even say anything. We just said like, okay, let's take one day off. We can work. We can take this day off to decompress a little bit and let's see where we can go. We're open.
Which flight that departing from our home?
Yeah, which routes are usually open on these days. So we saw there's an option. Option number one was PR, Puerto Rico within
Correct.
the US.
Yeah.
Option number two was Cancun. I think I offer
Mexico City as well. Yes. Because those are the places that I have never ever traveled before.
Yeah, and then they are close enough from Orlando. They have many flights going there. So if something goes wrong with the first flight, maybe we don't have enough. They don't have enough seats. We have a second option. That's why we usually play. Like we usually play with backups, even with destinations, but also like, oh, if I don't make it to Cancun at 1 p.m., then I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico at 12, at 3 or something, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how non-rev survive.
This is also a piece of advice for myself. I need to
Know
learn.
your benefits on your credit card. Once in Cancun, we pick up the rental car. If your credit card covers rental insurance, you can often decline the extra charges. We save money right away.
Do you think car insurance is very important or no? So
Yes, because you go to a new place, so you're renting a car because you've never been, or you haven't driven. I never been there, so I went to the Grand Cayman, and very, very interesting because it's a British overseas territory, and I had no idea that they drive on the other side of the road, and then also on the other side of the car.
the right side, which my Malaysian friends, yes, the right side. We drive on the right side.
The thing is, like, I had no idea about that because I was like, oh, we're in the Caribbean, it's fine, but nope, they are the opposite side, just like the UK. So, you know, first you are new to the area,
To the city, yes.
to the city. You don't know how the driving skills are in that specific area. Because I'm from Ecuador, and then I'm very scared of driving in Ecuador because of the people, the drivers. No, thank you.
We headed straight to Playa del Carmen, checked into the hotel, and went for our first meal, Mexican tacos. Cancun, hi Alfredo. See you tomorrow.
So we made it to this famous restaurant, El Fogón, recommended by Alfredo, our friend Alfredo,
Our receptionist actually.
a receptionist, and then we're gonna get some Mexican food.
I'm gonna have my first Mexico taco.
Gracias. Gracias. So, pastor, sirloin, and this is called gringa.
Gringa, what's gringa?
I think it's the same with cheese. So, I'm not Mexican, but I love Mexican food. Okay, this is a spicy.
Which one?
I put a spice. Can you eat the spice?
I can.
Okay,
You look down on me, yeah.
so, okay.
Yeah, you can do it.
Just try first. Oh, I love it.
No,
Very
this is
spicy.
picante.
Yeah, I forgot I'm in Mexico. This is very spicy. We ended the night with a walk around the shops. Music, lights, marquesitas. It was such a vibe. It was such a vibe.
Day 2 was all about culture. We drove out to Chichen Itza and explored the ruins with a local guide, Sergio. The Mayan history here is incredible. Its architectural genius,
Astronomical accuracy.
cultural and historical significance,
It's impressive preservation after more than 1,000 years. The pyramid is an ancient calendar. The main pyramid, El Castillo, Temple of Kukulkan, has 365 steps, one for each day of the year.
91 steps on each of the 4 sides, plus one top platform, totaled up equal 365. The Mayans built it with that level of precision over 1,000 years ago.
Chichen Itza has a giant ball court, the largest known in Mesoamerica, with incredible acoustic design. If you clap at the end, it echoes perfectly to the other side.
Viaja perfecto.
You see, it's perfect. Now,
Teach me one Maya word, sapor.
Ja, agua. Ja.
Ha.
Tú y yo a las 3. Ja, dale. 1, 2, 3. Ja.
yep.
Perfect
Otra
echo.
vez, juntos. 1, 2, 3. Ja.
The serpent shadow illusion. During the spring and fall equinox, The setting sun casts a serpent-like shadow along the staircase of the pyramid, making it appear like the feather serpent god, Kukulkan, is slithering down the pyramid.
It's one of the most amazing solar alignments in any Asian structure.
Sign and yours is like, I don't know, whatever it is.
Next up, cenote Ikkyo. It was like swimming inside a cave. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, let's go find Gabriel. Shook. Let's go.
Oh, I can actually step up here. On day 3, we woke up early morning. We went for a walk on the beach. It was beautiful, enjoying our last day in Mexico. We're here on our very morning walk. Beautiful morning
Last morning.
for the ocean.
Fun fact, guys. Gabriel was telling me that first questions. So we're barefoot, as you can see, and then we just done walking by the beach. I told him that I would wanted to retire by the beach. After life as a pilot, once you're retired, basically you don't have any much more of your personal life as you grow towards the old.
The thing is, I just heard
You saw it in the news?
as a pilot,
A
not a
research.
news, but it was a podcast, but they had a research out of it. They said like as a pilot, many pilots, the only thing they know how to do is being a pilot, and that's what they've been doing for their whole life. Retire age for pilots right now is 65 in the US.
Yep.
Since their whole life they've been doing the same thing, pretty much being a pilot is their identity. So whenever they retire, within 1 or 2 years, they don't know what else to do. So their brain is like, kind of like stop working. Not that they just became down or something, but they just don't know what else to do.
They don't know the purpose of the life anymore.
Exactly.
I think so.
So most of them, they've been dying like within 1 or 2 years of retiring, which is so sad because I think being a pilot is such a cool thing and you really get to enjoy that. But shouldn't be your identity.
Well, that's also how we decided to start this channel as well. I told Gabriel quite a couple of times already that I wake up with something that I think is meaningful, and then we keep learning. This channel that we started out, we really do seems like a newbie in our editing. We majorly doing the shots, and then we really look like it's like a baby editing the shots all over the place in our social medias. But this is all authentic. This is all come from us, and every time we learn some new skills, we'll share with each other, and then we will also share that. Okay, I like this one, I like that one, and then try to learn as much as we can, and learning and working at the same time, it will take double the time. But we enjoy that we're spending all those time just to learn new skills instead of the solely pilot flying skill.
Yes, we're really putting a lot of effort here because we are very, very bad with editing and recording. We have no idea about the settings. We have no idea about this and that. We are really learning with you guys.
So yeah, continue for more and more level up in this journey.
You guys know this trip, it's been pretty fun. We got to enjoy a lot, and one of the big things about airline pilots are the benefits. We non-rev here, so that means non-revenue.
Standby passenger.
And we are standby passengers.
For our non-aviator,
For a
aviation related
non-aviation guys
audience.
or audience, Jess, what would be the biggest difference between non-revs and revenues passengers?
Confirm seat, of course. You already have a seat assigned once you check in, our dear revenue passengers. Non-revenue passengers, you will receive a boarding pass just saying that you are standby without any seat assigned.
When a revenue passenger makes the check-in either on their phone or at the gate,
at the counter,
the ticket counter,
when you have
they check in, then they receive their seats right away, so they know where they're gonna be seated in the airplane, right? But for us, when we check in, that just gives us that's just gonna put us on the standby list, and we don't have a seat unless um, there's a seat open for us in the plane. Depends on the airline. Some airlines will give you a seat right away if they know that there's gonna be seats open. Some airlines will make you go to the gate and then wait until the last minute just to make sure all the passengers are inside the airplane. And then it just depends.
Oh, and also one more thing for our my dear revenue passengers, guys. In the States, the airlines, most of the airlines, they can close. So close the door means they will close the system. So they will stop check-in anybody. 20 minutes before that, they will start closing their system down. So they won't check in any passengers, including revenue passengers. So that are the time that they will start releasing the open seats to the revenue,
Yes.
to the non-revenue, the standby passengers.
Yes.
So just be mindful, even though you know that you have a confirmed seat, it doesn't mean that you're a king, guys. Make sure that you go earlier.
And you'll be there on time, because sometimes they have a last minute change gate, and then when you figure out the gate is in the other terminal.
For non-rev passengers, whatever seat, as long as I got in the plane, I can get home. That's the best seat ever, guys.
Exactly, because sometimes, yeah, we're going home, but sometimes we are trying to take a vacation, and that's last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of boarding are like very, very emotional, because you can make it or you cannot make it, and then you have to find another way to go. And then sometimes we don't run the same luck. We don't make it, and then we just need to try to find a different flight or a different route or something. Thank you guys for joining us on our first trip, our first vlog.
Hopefully we don't do too bad without editing.
Mexico was great. We had a bunch of fun. We went to different places, historical places, some tourist areas. We
Yes.
hope you get to enjoy and learn a little bit about the Mexican culture or the Mayans.
I learned a lot personally.
I learned a lot too, even though I was there already. But the tour, you need to get a tour guide. That's a huge difference.
Shout out to Sergio.
Sergio.
And we'll see you on the next episode for our non-rev episode. Stay tuned, guys.
And once again, welcome
Welcome on
aboard.
board.